Good morning. This is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talk, and I cannot sleep, so I'm gonna do 2 podcasts today. Cause I actually had like a really good one for Man Crush Monday, but today, I thought about something, and I thought about how the stalking or whatever. So when I get back from Texas, I told y'all, like, my mom was I was sitting in the living room. My mom kept saying, you better stop. You have to stop it. And my stepdad was standing right there next to her. And my stepdad wasn't saying anything, but my mom just kept telling me to stop. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, I'm not doing anything. Like, I don't know what is going on. And at this time, I was dating Latron, and I was trying to get a job, and I left because the people at the Texas job were like awful. I couldn't find a job, and I didn't have a way to have a babysitter, and I didn't have the money for gas, and I was worried about running out of money. So I came home, and I didn't know how to take care of baby. So I came home, and I was like, okay. And I told my mom, I was like, I'm gonna live with you. I said, because if stuff doesn't work out with Latron, then I just want to be okay. I want to be safe. And so, I don't know, nothing. It didn't work out with Latron because Latron didn't tell me he was an alcoholic. He didn't tell me he didn't have a car. He didn't tell me that he was like really like super needy. And he was in love with a Hispanic woman. And so I don't know if the stories were given to him either. But in that time, I started looking for a job, and I found a job at a charter school. And the charter school, I think one of them is still open, but the one I was working for closed down. And this is what's keeping me up right now. It's like, I was at the charter school that I was working there, and there was a security guard who actually essentially ended up at the St. Louis Public School too with my training. And so, I was in the classroom, and this is how I know they got the stories. Okay. I was in the classroom, and it was an all-boys classroom. And when you go into school, it's like out of control. Like, it is super, super out of control. And I was just like a sub. Like, I would be there like every day. Like, I was a daily sub. And I was still looking for a job though, but I was a daily sub. And so, I'm in the school, and they assign me to a student who has behavior problems, but all the kids in the school have behavior problems. Like, the kids jumping off desks. It's a bunch of white teachers there. I'm not going there, but it was like a bunch of white teachers there in the black school, black community. And they couldn't control the students, and they couldn't control the parents either, because the parents come in the classroom. The parents would start cussing the teachers out, all kinds of stuff. And I was just there. So I would follow the student around. I created a chart for him because he was like really out of hand. And on the chart, I like put like, he can go shoot basketball. I found what he wanted to do. I created the chart. And this woman, she was like, you amazing. It's like, she's like, you're a really good teacher. She was just really happy that I was like a teacher there. So the one day I get this classroom, it's like a classroom full of boys. And I'm going to tell y'all her name. Her name is Miss Grant. And this is how people started, I guess, thinking that they were connected to me in some way. Because I have a godfather whose last name is Grant. Okay. And so she said her son was in the classroom, but her son wasn't. It was actually her classroom. She was absent that day. And the boys were getting out of control. It was one dude, he had hot fries. And I told him I'll put the hot fries in the trash. I was going to empty them out if he didn't put them away. And he never put them away. He never put the hot fries away. So when I got anyway, when he goes to the trash can, he stick the hot fries in his pants. He say, go in my pants. He said, you can go in my pants to get the hot fries. No, I don't go in your pants to get the hot fries. He's like, well, you ain't gonna get the hot fries. It's like a 6th grade classroom. I'm talking about they are standing up, like actually surrounding me. Like they about to do something to me. And so I go to I go to look for like phone numbers and stuff so I can call parents, you know. This the day I walked out of school though. So I go and I look for them. And I can't find the phone numbers. And so then I go to the door to try to get out the door. Do y'all know the teachers was actually holding the door closed? It was 2 white women. They were part of the 6th grade team. They were actually holding the classroom door closed while I was trying to get out of the classroom. And nothing told me it was a crime, just something told me to leave the fucking school. So I called the security guard. And I called the security guard, and then he acted like he wasn't coming. And they kept the door closed. Like they was actually holding the door closed. And I'm like, why are they locking me in this classroom with these kids? Because I'm not about to go into some little boy pants for some damn chips. And I'm not about to fight my way out of a room of little boys. And so I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then finally I was like, I'm leaving. I didn't even say it. I just walked out the door. That's when the security guard ran past and came into the classroom like, what are you doing? But they had to have seen. He had cameras. They had to have seen when those women were like holding the door. And that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all don't know how sick people are. I don't know what that school wrote down or whatever. Like, I didn't do anything like that in Texas. That was the first job I had after I left Nova Academy. That was the first job I had. I didn't tell them anything about my old job, anything like that. I didn't give anybody information about me like that, nothing. And then when I finally get a job, that's when I got the job at Confluence Academy, like by December. But I actually had to walk out of the school. And then, like I said, after I was at Confluence, and then they started harassing me. Once they started harassing me and stuff, like I said, personal stuff started happening, like where people just started following me and stuff, you know. And at the time, I really didn't notice. It was just driving me up the fucking wall. Like, it was just driving me crazy. And I don't know. Like, I don't know who y'all are, and I don't know what y'all want. But I want a life. Like, I actually want a life. Like, I look at my writing and stuff, and it's good. Today I listen to my songs. It's good. Even my show is good. And every day I feel like it's like somebody just steady pushing at me, trying to make me into something I'm not, just because some motherfuckers want to abuse me. That's telling you right there that they were still abusing me. I came from Texas. Me and my son were in an apartment. I wasn't doing anything to anybody. I wasn't. I packed up my boxes to leave. I had an issue with Marla Clemens. She wanted to fight me or whatever, what she was trying to do. And some of this could come from her. But I don't know what y'all trying to do. And whatever it is y'all trying to do, it don't make sense to me. And that was like 2010. And now it's like 2020, 10 years. And I mean, y'all actually following me. That's how that guy raped me. They held me in that room. The door felt like it was locked. But I'm pretty sure they was on the other side of that door. It wasn't no fucking way. How he gonna come back after the guy raped me? You see? Then my apartment. How would he know about the rent? And I never discussed that with him. I never even opened my mouth about the rent. And I'm sorry, it's this too much. It's too much, man. That's too much. Y'all done already took me through the same bullshit once before. You gonna take me through the same bullshit again. Y'all got these people on this internet, they trying to like compete and all that stuff. All that stuff is from the letter. I ain't done nothing to this man. Nothing. But invite him into my home. At the time, I didn't know what lean was or whatever the fuck he was on, codeine. I didn't know the men that said they ran a train on me. I don't know nothing. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, who are these people and what the fuck are they talking about? And I know that other girl says she like rape. That's not me either. It's like, I hate being caught up in this bullshit of all this sex shit. Like, it's just like, man, I want a regular fucking relationship with a regular motherfucker. And I'm caught up in some bullshit because this nigga want to videotape me with the acting teacher. And it all sounds like it's just not pieced together. I know. But that's when I started getting raped. Everything up until then, no rapes. When that man, Joel McCombs, did everything he was trying to do, that's when that shit started happening. That's how y'all got all these fucking stories. And y'all are actually repeating the exact same thing that the Sigmas did. To rape me. To ridicule me. To put me down. Because one of them, Terry, that was the one. He knew when he was fucking me that I was going to be a stripper or a porn star. Now, to be fucking somebody, you don't know who the fuck, and you just, I can't do it no more. Like, we just can't do this no more. This shit not working. Ultimately. Then I get into a new relationship. They want to start the shit again. So I don't know what y'all know. And that's the sickening part about it. So I'm saying all this to lead to the part of just how I've been having like the hardest anxiety attacks against, like, I knew that it would happen. I knew it at some point, but it's like a panic attack or whatever. So me and my son just kind of like tested out. At first, it wasn't my test. It was probably somebody else's. Because like I said, the white man kept coming and getting in my face at the restaurant the other day. And this was like, what, about a week ago? So, this time it was online. Like, this time. And it was like a person that I got respect for, you know. And so now it's hard to have respect for him, which I know that part is. I know that's the truth. I just wasn't faced with one of them. And even with it online, I just don't want to, even, it's another alpha blackness or alpha black men. I just don't want y'all in my life like that. Like, you built my whole life around all these fucking misconceptions and fucked up ideas and all this other kind of bullshit that really I'm not about to fit into that. I don't want to fit into that definition. Like, that's not me. So what the fuck I'm gonna like try to mold myself now because some men want to repeat the same thing over again. So anyway, it's hard because the alphas, they started that shit, you see, and the Sigmas perpetuated that shit. And then the Kappas, at first, I didn't even know y'all had anything to do with it. But then I go back to the time I was in Walmart and how the guy walked up on me in Walmart and was just like, you want to fuck me? You gonna fuck me? He was actually like pushing me against the thing. And that was the second time my ex-boyfriend was there. He was on the other aisle. And he had to come over there and tell the dude, get the fuck away from me. That was the second time. He had to tell a man, he had to walk up on a man and tell him to get away from me. And I know y'all been my friends. But even then, I didn't know how bad they wanted to rape me. I didn't know they wanted to rape me. I didn't have a clue. I didn't know why they would want to rape me.